Hi, welcome back. On the last video, we were able to check if the form was submitted by checking if submit was sent from the submit button. And we picked up this information and we were able to echo it out. So we went like this and click submit and we got this data here. But now this might not be the case in a real form. All right. So we have to find a better way to actually check on this and then use the data. Now we are going to be connecting to my SQL on this video here, but I'm also going to show you how to check if this data exists here, right? Before we do anything else, we don't want to do anything unless this data is there. We don't know, we just know that the form was submitted, but we don't know if the username is there. So what we want to do is check this and say and username. So we're making sure that both of these values there are included by just doing that. Let me just comment this out. We're not gonna need it right now. And we saw how to do this in the if statement tutorials, all right? And let's just videos. I'm sorry, I always call it tutorials. Well, they are kind of tutorials, right? All right, let's just comment this out here. Comment it back in, and as a matter of fact, yeah, that's fine. We're just gonna echo both of them. All right. So if the username right here and the password exist, all right, we can use if set if you want to use that. It's set. You can use that function. I think it's better for this. For a small demonstration here, I'm just gonna show it to you in a different way. I already show you how to use it this way. All right. So we're already picking up the data here. So if username and what this if statement will do when you just pass it in something like this, it will just give you a true or false boolean value. So if username is there, is positive, is true, and the password is true, then I will echo this out. So I'm just gonna say like that and this and that and click submit. So it is there, right? Else we could say something like no or something like that, right? No. All right. No. Submit. And then we say no. You see that? We submitted the form and checked on that, but then the username is not there. Well, you can say something like username is not set. You can say right here, make sure that you set username, or this field cannot be blank or something like that. This field cannot be blank, right? Something like that. Just giving you an example. All right. All right. Submit. This field cannot be blank. All right. So anyway, now that we have that in place here, and let's connect to the database. All right. Let's take all this out here. I'm just gonna comment this out, and let's connect to the database. So to connect to the database, I'm gonna use an API called mysqli_connect. I'm gonna make a variable here. That's it. That's how you do it. You make a variable and you assign it this function, mysqli connect. This is the function. We're going to pass it a couple parameters. The first parameter we are going to pass it is the server. In this case, we got localhost. Most of the time, that's what you will have. And the password, I haven't set up any. Well, the username is root. Haven't set anything there. And the password is empty. We haven't set any password yet. So the default password is root, and the default username, I'm sorry, is root, and the default password is empty. All right. And here would be what are we checking? Users. That would be the table. All right. As a matter of fact, I think it would be this is the database. I'm sorry, database. So we have our database is. Let's go back, localhost, and PHP-myadmin is the database. PHP-myadmin. I think it was. I just don't want to make a mistake. Logging app. All right. Well, mistakes are good. Mistakes are really good. I like making mistakes. I'm not afraid of them. It makes me better. So now that we have all this connection here in this function here, we need to check it. So we're gonna have another if statement here, and we're going to say if connection, and remember what I told you, this will return a true or false. If connection is true, right, then we will do something like we are connected, and here we will say something like else what you need to do is use another function called die. And this thing, what this would do is just will not execute any more code, and will give the user an error here. So I would say die database connection failed. There we go. So let's go ahead and try this. Let's keep our fingers crossed, all right? And let's click here and let's just submit. We are connected. So we finally connected to the database. We are in business, all right? So in the next lectures here, I'm going to show you some more stuff with MySQL, and I hope you enjoy this one. And now that we are connected to the database, we can start doing some great things with it. So anyway, thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next lecture.